Subscribe to Earthophilic. Hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Hello and welcome back. So today I am going to take a tour of the Queen of the Arabian Sea. This exotic land is renowned for its rich cultural heritage, tropical climate, misty hill stations, enchanting art forms, grand festivals, and the serenity of the backwaters. A tropical symphony, this is Kerala. Kerala, the southwestern coastal state of India, is a small state constituting only about 1% of the total area of the country. The state is divided into 14 districts, with the capital being Thiruvananthapuram. It is bordered by the state of Karnataka to the north and Tamil Nadu to the east. It also surrounds Mahe, a segment of the state of Puducherry on the northwestern coast, and by the Emerald Arabian Sea to the south and west. The name Kerala has an uncertain origin. One folk etymology derives Kerala from the Malayalam word Kera, coconut tree, and Alam, land. Thus, Kerala means land of coconuts. Kerala has been a major spice exporter since 3000 BCE, according to Sumerian records, and it is still referred to as the Garden of Spices. Kerala's spices attracted ancient Babylonians and Egyptians to the Malabar coast in the 3rd and 2nd millennia BCE. The coast became important to the Greeks and Romans for its spices, especially black pepper. In the 1st century, Jewish immigrants arrived, and according to Syrian Orthodox Christians, Saint Thomas the Apostle visited Kerala in the same century. Much of Kerala's history from the 6th to the 8th century is obscure, but it is known that Arab traders introduced Islam later in the period. During the medieval era, Kulashekara dynasty was established by Kulashekara Varman, which ruled over a territory comprising the whole of modern Kerala and a smaller part of modern Tamil Nadu. Under the Kulashekara dynasty, Malayalam emerged as a distinct language, and Hinduism became prominent. The Cholas often controlled Kerala during the 11th and 12th centuries. By the beginning of 14th century, Kerala became a conglomeration of varying chieftains, among which the most powerful of them were the kingdom of Kannur in the north, Zomerins of Calicut, and the kingdom of Kochi in the middle, and Venad in the south. The era of foreign intervention began in 1498 when Vasco da Gama landed near Calicut. In the 16th century, the Portuguese suppressed the Arab traders and dominated the commerce of the Malabar coast. Their attempt to establish sovereignty was thwarted by the Zomerin of Calicut. The Dutch removed the Portuguese in the 17th century. Marthandavarma ascended the Venad throne in 1729 and crushed Dutch expansion at the Battle of Kolachal 12 years later. By the end of the 18th century, the whole of Kerala fell under the control of the British, either administered directly or under suzerainty. There were major revolts in Kerala during the independence movement in the 20th century. Most notable among them is the 1921 Malabar Rebellion. In the Malabar Rebellion, Mappila Muslims of Malabar rioted against Hindu zamindars and the British Raj. After India's independence was achieved in 1947, Cochin and Travancore were united as Travancore-Cochin state. The present state of Kerala was constituted on a linguistic basis in 1956. The total area of this tiny state is 38,863 square kilometers. The state has a coast of 590 kilometers. Geographically, Kerala can be divided into three climatic distinct regions: the Eastern Highlands, the Central Midlands, and the Western Lowlands or the coastal plains. Annamuri in the Idukki district is the highest peak in South India, is at an elevation of 2,695 meters. Rivers known as the Kerala's famous backwaters. Kerala's 44 rivers include the important rivers that flows to the Arabian Sea are the Pamba, the longest river of Kerala Periyar, Bharatpura, the second longest river of the state. Other rivers include Kalalundi, Chaliyar, and Venapatnam. The total forest area in the state is around 10,000 square kilometers, forming 28% of the total geographical area. Talking about protected forests, the largest being the Periyar National Park and Wildlife Sanctuary is a protected area located in the districts of Idukki and Pathanamthitta. It is notable as an elephant reserve and a tiger reserve. Parambikulam Tiger Reserve is a 391 square kilometers protected area in Palakkad district. The Neyar Wildlife Sanctuary in the Thiruvananthapuram district is spread over the southeast corner of the Western Ghats and cover a total area of 128 square kilometers. A crocodile farm set up in 1977 at Neyar is home to around 20 Magar crocodiles. The Silent Valley National Park is located in the Nilgiri Hills of Palakkad district, which has a core area of 89 square kilometers. The park is a part of the Western Ghats World Heritage Site recognized by UNESCO in 2007. The total demographic strength of Kerala is 3.3 crores. Also, Kerala has the highest life expectancy, around 75 years. Hinduism with 55% is the most widely professed faith in Kerala, with a significant Muslim population of 27% and 18% of Christians. In comparison with the rest of India, Kerala has the highest population of Christians. Kerala never fails to impress. There is a tradition of matrilineal inheritance in Kerala, where the mother is the head of the household. As a result, women in Kerala have had a much higher standing and influence in society. Kerala's sex ratio of 1084 female per 1000 male is higher than that of the rest of India and is the only state where women outnumber men. Yes. Since childhood, we know this that Kerala is the most literate state of India with 93.91% literacy rate according to the census 2011. In January 2016, Kerala became the first Indian state to achieve 100% primary education through its Atulyam literacy program. And Malayalam is the official language of the state. The economy of Kerala is the 10th largest in India with the highest Human Development Index. In agriculture, let's start with the spice which brought the foreigners to our shores, black pepper. Kerala produces 97% of the national output of black pepper. The state also accounts for 85% of the natural rubber in the country. The other crops include coconut, rice, tea, Kerala being the fourth largest producer of tea in India, coffee, cashew, and tapioca. In the mineral resources, the state possesses one of the world-class deposit of mineral sands in the coastal region. This commonly known as the Chavra deposit. The known occurrence of gold are mainly in Wayanad Nilambur region. The discovery of gold in Attapadi Valley of Palakkad district is new and promising. Some other minerals include iron, bauxite, graphite, and limestone. The cultural heritage of Kerala reflects extensive interaction with diverse community from antiquity to the present. It is a synthesis of Aryan and Dravidian cultures sustained by the Malayali people. Kerala is home to several performing arts. Kathakali is the major form of classical Indian dance. It is a story play genre of art, but one distinguished by the elaborately colorful makeup, costume, and face mask that the traditional male actor-dancer wear. Kathakali's roots are unclear. The fully developed style of Kathakali originated around the 17th century, but its roots are in the temple and folk art. Mohiniyattam is one of the famous classical dances of India that developed in the state of Kerala. Mohiniyattam dance gets its name from the word Mohini, a mythical enchantress avatar of the Hindu god Vishnu. The earliest mention of the word is found in the 16th century legal text Vyavharamala, but the likely roots of the dance are older. Some other dances of Kerala includes Theyam is a popular ritual form of worship in Kerala. Popular in northern Kerala, it is a living cult with several thousand years old traditions, rituals and costumes. Theyam is performed mainly by males. Padayani is a traditional folk dance and a ritual art from the central portion of Kerala, a ceremonial dance involving masks. It is an ancient ritual performed in Bhagavati temples. Some other dance forms such as Maragamakali are popular among the Syrian Christians, while Opana and Dafamuttu were popular among the Muslims of the state. Kerala's visual arts range from traditional murals to the work of Raja Ravi Verma. Kerala mural painting are the fresco depicting Hindu mythology and legends, which are drawn on the walls of temples and churches in Kerala. Raja Ravi Verma is considered among the greatest painters in the history of Indian art. His work are held to be among the best examples of the fusion of European techniques with the purely Indian sensibility. Over 10,000 festivals are celebrated in the state every year. Wow, that means lots and lots of holidays. Kerala observes pan-Indian festivals, but these too required special mentions. Thrissur Puram is an annual Hindu festival held in Kerala. It is held at Vedakunathan temple in Thrissur every year on the Puram day, the day when the moon rises with the Puram star in the Malayalam calendar month of Medam. It is the largest and most famous of all Purams. Onam is a harvest festival celebrated by the people of Kerala and is reminiscent of the state's agrarian past. Onam falls in the Malayalam month of Chingam. The total duration of Onam is 10 days and it is celebrated all across Kerala. Located in the gorgeous city of Thiruvananthapuram, Padmanabh Swami Temple is the richest temple in the world. It has assets worth $22 billion. Also, according to the World Gold Council, Kerala alone consumes 20% of the entire gold produced in the country. Kalaripayattu is a martial art form that originated in Kerala during the 13th century. It is still in practice. First church, mosque and synagogue of India are in Kerala. St. Thomas Church in Payalur was established in 52 AD by St. Thomas, one of the 12 apostles of Jesus Christ. Built in the 629 AD, the first ever mosque of India, Cheramanjuma Mosque, is in Kodungallur. It was built by Malik Dinar. Coming to the synagogue, which is a Jewish house of worship, the oldest active synagogue in India is the Paradesi synagogue, which is in Kochi. Vallamakali is a traditional boat race in Kerala. The Nehru Trophy boat race is a popular Vallamakali event held at Punnamada Lake. It is the biggest snake boat race in the world. Each boat has more than 100 oarsmen who sing an oar with rhythm to the tune of the songs. God's own country, Kerala. Yes, this slender coastal strip is defined by its layered landscape, a languid network of glistering backwaters and the spice and tea-covered hills of the Western Ghats. A paradise in disguise is Kerala. That's all from my side. This is Sucharita signing off. Till the next video, bye-bye and take care of yourselves.